Hello, fellow watchers and St. Patrick's Day enjoyers. It's a St. Patrick's Day special of Watching Walford. I'm your host, Ash, and I'm joined by Piggy, somewhere in there, deep within.
Hello.
Yeah, that's
Top of the morning, yeah.
This is a bit that it wasn't conceived by me. This isn't my bit. This is Piggy's doing. I feel racist by looking at it. I feel fucking like, oh Jesus Christ! Let's get all the stereotypes in.
Like, I don't know why, but I look at. Have you ever seen Clone?
You what?
Have you ever seen pictures or videos of Clone High? No. They basically clone famous celebrities.
Oh.
I look like the fat version of Abe Lincoln from that show, like with the beard and everything.
The fat version.
Like I'm fat Abe Lincoln.
Yes, you are.
There's a funny photo I took last night because I had to try on my St. Patrick's Day shirt. Doesn't fit me, and fucking hell. Fuck you talk about like if I was on Twitch, I'd be getting fucking big. Like you could fucking see by fucking willies in that. Like Jesus. I did get another shirt. It does fit me. It's 3XL. So also have a Guinness.
Lovely. I didn't do any. The closest I had is I had a bacon and cheese turnover. But yes, it's Watching Walford. It's the podcast. It's episode number 63. And today's episodes are going to cover the biggest storylines and takeaways from week 11, perhaps? I hope I wrote it down right. Week 11 of 2024, or the episodes from the 11th of March all the way to the 14th of March 2024. The main storylines are: there are rumours about Yolande and the pastor, a much smaller story. Suki wants Eve to move in with her. Denise is back and already kind of causing shit. And George struggles with telling the girls about Eddie and then is manipulated, and just the continuation of George's struggles and just how he's struggling with his identity right now. So that's all the main storylines, but as people who may not watch the podcast, maybe you don't know, the first half an hour or so is us shooting the shit, and then from that half an hour point onwards, we generally talk about the EastEnders for however long we decide we want to. So yes, if you aren't here for us, and you're here for the EastEnders, skip to the half an hour mark. But yeah, how you doing, mate? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Happy morning to you, laddies. Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day. I don't have any fond memories of St. Patrick's Day, honestly. It's just a holiday that comes and goes. I just thought since it's St. Patrick's Day, I'll dress up. You know, I tried to get Ashton and Elf.
I've missed St. David's Day. Fuck.
Oh, no.
March 1st.
When was St. David's Day?
March 1st.
No. St. David is a Welsh saint, isn't he?
It is. It is. The only reason I remember it is because when I was at a festival, one of my mates there, brought a Welsh flag and made himself a staff and a helmet out of strongbow boxes. So, and then he walked back to the festival, calling himself, "Hello, I'm Saint David." Oh Jesus, yeah you are. And then some guy went for a poo in the Portaloo and then didn't realise. Fucking bombs away. No toilet paper there. And I blacked out before I could figure out whether he actually had a safe way out of that or he just used his sock. And I blacked out entirely. I had no idea until later on. I just looked down and I just see one sock and I'm like, oh no. Oh no, he's done it, hasn't he? Oh no.
So I guess it's St. David's Day as well. It's St. David's Day as well. So any fond memories of St. David?
No, the closest I'm just thinking about Welsh cakes, which are lovely. I like I was saying this. I know it's like a fucking bit that I'm Welsh, I was just born in Wales. Like, I've no family in Wales, no like relation to Wales. I was just born there for some reason. Like, but you know, it's always fun to take the piss. I can technically claim dual heritage, so how about that? Don't.
Do you have a Welsh passport?
No, I do not. Why would Welsh have a
Damn it.
specific passport? No, it's just you just have a UK passport.
You know, because it's Wales.
Wales
On
isn't
country and
important
shit.
enough for that. Come on. Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah.
How you been? I just realised my
I-
chair's broken in a different place. God damn it!
Oh no.
It means I'm gonna have to fix it
Oh
again.
no. Yeah, and then when I come along, I'm gonna sit on it and fucking just smash it in pieces.
Better fucking not, mate.
You're just gonna wander in. You're just gonna wander in and be like, you know what happened to me chair?
Paying
Nothing.
for the fucking
Nothing.
replacement, mate.
I'm not paying for the replacement. It's not my fault your fat ass broke it.
Yeah, but you just said you broke it, you little fucking rat.
I'm laughing behind this beard.
The beard's not that covered. You can still see your mouth, mate. Still see you laughing.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Still can, mate.
Damn it. So like I'm doing good at least. You know, St. Patrick again. Don't have any fun memories of St. Patrick. Just again wanted to get Ash in a leprechaun outfit, but Ash said 50 quid, and I went 10 quid, and he went 60,
Fuck
and I went
off.
5 quid.
Yeah.
And then 70 quid, 70, and I went, I've £1. I'll give you £1.
Yeah. Piggy
And he went, fuck
conceived
off.
of this bit all by himself. I did none of it. This is not my doing. This is all Piggy's doing. He just sent me a picture of him wearing the tightest shirt known to man yesterday, and I went south. Like fucking
If I,
like
you should have seen this shirt, lads.
you could see everything with detail. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, alright? If that happened, I'm covering that up. Unless it's my arse, which is like conveniently in the corner and it's funny, but
I remember. I think when I went, as he said, this shirt's not gonna fit you, and I went, it'll fit me. And he went, it's not gonna fit you. I went down and he went, you are fat. And thanks. Jesus, you are fat. Thank you.
I mean, like I
So
said,
I
I
got
don't know if I
insulted.
brought this up normally or not, but obviously my favourite fat joke I made to you is saying that you would bring a packed lunch to a minute silence, which I just want to re-immortalise again, as our current audience wouldn't have heard it. It's probably one of the best jokes I've told on this channel, and that's just me just being a failure. So, the channel peaked a year ago when I made that joke initially. But like all things, it has to be brought
It's been
back.
downhill since.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's been interesting. You know, I got very excited at time of recording this Wednesday night. Because we got our first ever not hate comment, but bigot comment.
What do you mean? We've had them before. Remember all the comments when Eddie's dad was first introduced?
Just
I don't think he's
yeah,
racist.
no.
But he does have a point. All right.
I'm not. No. I'm not saying he's racist, but he has a point, doesn't he? Yeah. So I laughed because someone blaming wokeism for a reason why people are leaving Hollyoaks.
Yeah, like it was
me.
It was absolute nonsense as well. Like it's only something that can happen in your headcanon. It like I remember I was talking to one of my brothers about it, just kind of laughing, because the comments pretty much like, I think the reason why Hollyoaks is downhill because it's this woke for views. It's like, lads, it's Hollyoaks. Like, I don't understand how any Hollyoaks person can be like anti-woke as such. You know, like Hollyoaks is the fucking gayest soap out there, man. Like, It's done everything on the fucking sexuality spectrum, on the gender spectrum. Like, been non-binary people. There's a trans character currently there. There's a kid who's like come out as trans because they believe they're a boy. Like, there's a character already transitioned not too long ago. They've done fucking polygamy. They've done fucking like most of everybody's favorite characters are gay anyway. It's like, it's quite impressive to be anti-woke. What, you're watching Hollyoaks, the gayest soap on television. Like, I don't understand. Oh, it's just funny to me. Like, it's just the lines people draw are really funny.
No, I don't know. It's not really the same comparison, and I believe it's true. Do you know about they revived the X-Men series, the animated series?
Yeah.
They revived it. Like, it's coming back shortly. The creator of the revival got fired.
I like how you had to explain what revival means. It's being revived. Yeah. It's being brought back. Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, got it.
And basically the guy set up an OnlyFans account and did so of course you go, oh, he's fired for doing OnlyFans. No, Ash, are you afraid not, pal? He was fired because he was doing videos with children on OnlyFans, and he's a PDF file.
Classic PDF file.
They fired him, and then people were like, I just don't understand why they fired him. And I'm like, how is that right? He's a pedophile. I wouldn't have found. I'd be scared if I had kids. Oh yeah, hello Lucy, hello Timmy. You're looking scrumptious, diddly umptious. Jesus Christ, mate. Oh shit, you're scaring me. Like, just find it funny that people have this like belief that because something happened, it's now woke. Like, if you looked at Neighbours 20 years ago.
To round it back out, it's impressive where people draw the line. Like, it's all this woke stuff at Hollyoaks shows. Like, it's always been fucking progressive. You melt. What's wrong with you? Like, the Hollyoaks is the most progressive soap on television, for fuck's sake. How can you be anti like this progressive stuff? Watching the Hollyoaks, it's like me watching. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's a very openly gay TV show. It's like me being a big RuPaul's Drag Race fan and then being like, I don't understand the whole thing about being gay. It's like, this whole show's the whole point. It's part of the culture. Could be making it up.
It's like, again, going back to the X-Men when they revived it, people were complaining like that's too woke now. And someone rightly pointed out, isn't the entire thing with Stan Lee the fact that he's progressive, or he was progressive in the comments?
Yeah.
Because like the X-Men were supposed to represent how it felt to be an outcast, like, and fucking Spider-Man had to represent how it is to be a teenager, and then Miles Morales obviously represented what it's like to be a black superhero and, you know, be a child, be disgraced. And it's like, how can you call anything written by Marvel woke when the whole point of it is to be progressive? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah. But yeah, that's most of that. Honestly, we're at a point where I do so many shows where it's just kind of like fucking these sections just get harder because there's only so much time in the fucking day. Like, there's only so much time with like not doing this stuff on a daily basis where it's like, what have I done in this time? Well, I've tickled my balls and I've farted twice. Is that detailed enough for you? Is that everything else I've done? I have, like I said, been trucking through Breaking Bad. I'm on season 2, episode 4, I believe. Once again, still a good show, still pretty interesting. It's been, you know, another show that I've been like tipped to watch for years, but never have. Fuck else I've been doing? Not much, really. Not fucking much. What you been doing, mate? Other than this, which is 90% of our time.
I've been doing nothing. I honestly, when the uniform, I just found it funny because I'm like, I can't wait for Ash to talk about a serious scene in EastEnders today, and I just sat here dressed up like this. It's like, oh man, the poor, like the George Knight's relative is dead. Oh no, and I'm just like, diddly dee. How can I help you? Would you like a bit of the Lucky Charms there, little fella? Diddly dee. Like, it's just the contrast. Is that it's like if when we get to the whodunit bit where fucking Linda Carter is raped and I'm just dressed up like a clown for Halloween. It's like, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, tonally,
fair enough.
Not quite gonna, not quite gonna add up.
It's like that. It's like that meme you see where it's like your GTA 5 character in a serious cutscene, and it's just some guy, just a guy in a Hawaiian shirt and pants.
Yeah, or like Dead Rising, where it's zombies in a mall, so you're just dressing up like a fucking idiot, like in a bikini, as like a psychopath. Is like, time to die, Chuck, and then like you're just sat there in like a fucking mankini. Oh no.
I love it. I'm seeing that a certain character is coming back next week. If you want to talk about that, it's not Terry. I know you're excited to hear that it was going to be Terry. It's not Terry. Terry's not back. It's not Sharon. It's not Sharon. It's not Fat Boy either. I know you're going to say Fat Boy. It's Martin.
Oh yeah, he's going to get his one storyline of the year.
Yeah.
Here we go.
No Michelle Fowler though.
Yeah, she's not coming back.
Also on Cheltenham, there was a horse running called Dirty Den, and I backed it. He fucking came nowhere. The fucking horse, and he's huffing his mouth. He's hoofing his mouth. Fucking horse. Came nowhere. My dad said he was being held down by Chrissy Watts.
Very true. Or just his own baggage. There we are.
Oh, hey.
Some say his worst enemy was himself. He was his biggest competition. That horse. Have to outstretch me just being a fucking prick. Fuck it. Let's just spitball it.
Sorry.
When should we have a week off? Just spitball it now. Fuck it.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but my mind. You know, like you were telling me the story of how like Dan or fucking Leslie Grantham was just sad and depressed, and his child's better, but he just wanted to shoot himself. I just imagine the horse version of that just in a stable. He's like, oh, man, I gotta do it. I'm fucking outnumbered here. I've nothing to do.
Tragic.
For a week off. I don't know. I honestly don't know, pal. I don't know, pal. I fucking don't know.
What? Been like a month? We've had a pretty consistent set of content. We got a decent backlog of stuff coming out. When's it fucking out? Obviously, I suppose we already talked about it, but the next visit is what? First week of April?
Yeah. Oh, fucking can't drink that Guinness. Oh, fuck me.
Could you do it next week, like?
We could, but we still have to do whodunit and probably ECW.
Well, we already have a week of ECW sorted, right?
Ah, fuck! I thought I forgot.
Yeah, we'll catch up at some point. I don't really want to fucking a week off. We're still recording all the content as normal. Nah, I'm alright, thanks. I'm alright. Wait, we're taking the fucking week.
Except for the whodunit. We have to do the whodunit.
Why?
This is a podcast.
Yeah.
And we only do podcasts on a week off.
Yeah, we don't need it.
We do. We can't be any more behind these tenders.
Look, how many comments do we get on the Whodunit podcast?
There's a good
Alright.
few. They're all Terry head.
No, there's fucking there's none of them.
Have you not been in the Discord? I've converted one of our Discord members into a Terry fan.
There we are. Last episode, who done it? No comments. I think we can manage.
Damn it.
But also, we have to stay on track. We're 2 months behind. We're already behind. What's it matter if just one more week? Fucking.
Welcome to one more match, folks. One more week.
Just look. If your reasons were good, I'd allow it. But we can't get behind. We're 2 months behind. Like, come on. What fucking shit are you trying to pull? Oh yeah, that's our week off. Week off to chill. I don't know, probably needed. I think, I don't know. It's not really just. I've not been particularly struggling, but I was just kind of like, I'm not as like ready for conversation as I usually am. And a cheeky little week will probably do us some good because I'll be a bit more refreshed. I won't be doing anything on my week off. Fuck that. Nothing will get done. Obviously, we'll still do this podcast. But fuck who done it.
I believe there's only one time you did it on a Monday, and that was like last year when your brother broke his kneecap.
Yeah.
I believe that's the only time.
Yeah.
And that was a very rushed podcast, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
It was like, hello, welcome to the podcast. Here's the end of the
Here is the whole thing.
Skipped a bit of.
Skipping everything. Fuck you. Still amazed we made it. God, what else? Is there literally anything else we haven't discussed that we should discuss?
Join our Discord. We have a Sharon Watch stan in our Discord. Lovely person.
I suppose
Love
we
Sharon Watch
also.
stan.
I've been chronicling some of the more stupid like fan comments that we've had. So at some point there should be a video of us just going through them all and kind of ridiculing them. Because funny. Probably a series called like Speak Your Brains or some shit like that. I think that's just funny. Someone else does it and I like it.
Most of them are directed at me, let's be honest.
Yeah,
None of them are directed at
you do tend to get the bulk of the hate comments, which like I don't really get it so much. Like, not fuck. Like, I don't know, man. I don't feel like I have my shit together that much. Like, I don't feel like. I guess I just come across as the more reasonable one. But it still feels pretty stupid.
Of course, I'm the racist Brexit geezer.
But like, I guess it is just I just have a bit more. I come across as more together. I know my shit. I guess you come across as more of the wild card outsider. Which, meh. Meh. It is what it is. Usually I'm there like fucking fighting them anyways. Oh, you got a mean comment. Fuck off. Sorted.
I love it because you'd expect me to respond, and like give them an old one-off, an old jolly one. But like fucking no, Ash is just there, mate. You know what they call me back in school.
Yeah.
You know they used to call me the fucking geezer back in school, and I'll fucking show you why. Call me the geezer. I'll fucking show you. And it's like, Jesus, Ash, the guy only said Piggy stinks. Didn't comment anything else.
Yeah, well,
I'll fucking show him. And then he just puts.
Look, alright, I'm nothing.
Like,
I'm nothing if not loyal. You know, it's a very core part of my makeup. Not gonna be.
I just love it because it's funny when we get hate comments, because it's usually like, guys, why are you watching EastEnders? And we're obviously like, then why are you here? It's like
the funniest bit is when people are genuinely subscribed to the channel and it's like, fucking hate when you guys do this. Why the fuck are you here then? Why are you here? But I suppose fundamentally we are quite blessed to have a pretty lovely community. We don't really get too many hate comments. Excuse me. Yeah. It's a pretty cool little thing that we built. Nice community, lovely little community in the Discord, lovely little community in general. Obviously, our community is a bit more ambitious than we currently are. We're still kind of chilling, not really doing much. But fucking, you know, you gotta give what you take, I guess. Like we are chilling. We're not really, you know, we did initially have a lot of like really big important plans. We're not nearly as fucking like, oh, we're gonna do all these really cool plans. It's gonna be really sick, and yeah, like, we do what we do. It's getting better. Yeah.
I'm sorry for giggling. I'm just looking at my camera, right? I'm looking directly at my camera. And I'm looking at you giving this serious talk. And I'm just looking at me who looks fucking like he's just come back from a holiday in Magaluf. Just sat here and you're like, oh man, it's all right. I know you threw up on the plane home, but you'd be fine. And I'm just saying, like, oh mate, please, you're fucking killing me. Like,
I said all Piggy's doing, not my doing.
Yeah, but I love the hate comments as well because you know you come up with some nonsense. I can't understand you, Piggy. Where the fuck are you from? I'm a fucking culture. That's what I am. A culture is someone who lives in a town or a city.
Okay.
I believe I might be confusing that with a farmer. I forget which ones were associated to the farmer. So yeah, like I do love your hate comments, lads. I do love them, but like you know, just know that you're not really gonna offend me.
It's the realization that we aren't quite like we're definitely not big enough yet to just get people who just fucking hate us for no reason. Like we do manage to avoid the abuse because we're just not that large. But yeah, we take it. It's good fun.
Sure.
Well, fuck it. Should we just talk about the EastEnders now? I think that's where the most. Yeah, we've stalled this bit out for long enough.
All right.
You say it like you're sad for a second. Yo. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean we didn't talk about anything interesting whatsoever?
I do look sad in my camera. I just don't look like I fit in. I'm loving it. It's like, oh, maybe today I can get my suitcase out and take my clothes out. Maybe today. No, not today, Piggy. Put them fucking clothes back in, boy.
All right, let's talk about the EastEnders. The first one's a very small section. We slowly see through the week that Yolande and the pastor spend more time with each other, and they're initially helping Jean and Harvey try to figure out this auction for
Jade.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember what Jade's condition was. Jade Green?
Asperiosis.
You make one up.
No. It's something to begin with an A. Asperphotic.
Definitely making it up now. Cystic fibrosis. Okay, I was right.
Oh, cystic.
I just didn't voice it. Yeah, doing a thing for cystic fibrosis, and obviously she needed a lung transplant. She has. She's still ill, and that's why Jean's taken over doing this charity auction. But the pastor helps out, like, kind of, and then asks a bunch of people in the group. A woman is like, "Oh, you and the pastor are quite close, but it's okay, it's fine, you know, like, it doesn't matter." But eventually, when this woman makes this really snide remark saying that you're a fucking home wrecker, fuck off, and then Yolande just walks up, smash! Fucking hell, Yolande, jeez.
I hope that bitch.
absolutely
Yolanda,
slapped the face off her. It was
fucking
great.
Stone Cold Yolanda.
But the one thing that
The glass.
was a bit weird though is obviously when they talked about the pastor, Yolanda's like, oh, I don't really want to, she overstepped the mark. And then he's like, yeah, but she thought that we were having like a little affair, and he's like, oh, that's not too bad. It'll be fine. And he like grabs her hand and like quotes some scripture. Like, how do we feel about the pastor? Has he got good intentions? Is he actually pining after Yolande? Like,
see, if this was real life, of course he'd be in the kid. But since this is scripted, yeah, I had to get that joke in, buddy. Had to get that joke in.
Didn't even make it an interesting one.
But since this is EastEnders, he's not only gonna try and get in Yolanda's pants, but he's also gonna try and fucking rob a bank, give cancer to kids, fucking God out. Because it's EastEnders, so he's obviously gonna do the worst thing ever. He's also gonna kick a puppy down a flight of stairs. He's gonna do jumping jacks on top of a coffin. So like, that's what the pastor's gonna do. But in all seriousness, the pastor
kind of joked at the idea of maybe he's related to Lucas in some way, and like him and Lucas gonna team up to get his own back on Denise and get out early. But I don't see that happening personally.
Is it just because he's black and everyone thinks like, black guys must be related? Like, I'm not like, I hope that doesn't come across racist, but like that is just what I got from that. It was just, Lucas is black, the pastor's black, fucking.
I mean,
to Lucas. Like,
I'll be real. I don't particularly remember the reasonings, but it's more so they both taken a bit of an interest in Denise. They're both trying to like suss out what she's going through, and if there's any and if Denise gives information about Denise's like crime as such, maybe he can like get out on like for good time. I don't know. But yeah, there's not much in it essentially. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, I love the pastor though. I think he's a good character. And when he quotes that Bible, oh Jesus, I'm on my knees. I'm not even religious. I'm on my fucking knees. His voice is soothing.
He does have a sexy voice.
He does. He fucking does.
Like, he doesn't even turn it off when he's not doing like a speech. He still talks like it when he's not like leading a group. It's wild.
Like in another life, he'd be like fucking fuck's his name, Ricky, with his reggae music. He'd be like Ricky.
You what?
Sid Owen.
Yeah.
Well, the pastor has a good reggae voice.
Does he?
He does. He's very soothing. Like, imagine him, like, his voice to some tunes or reggae.
Why have you picked reggae specifically, huh?
No reason.
No
reason.
Nah.
I'm not racist. I am racist, but that still does not prove my point.
Could have said any type of music, but chose reggae, motherfucker.
No,
after your previous claim.
Look, let's be honest. How could he do heavy metal?
It.
Let's be honest.
Stop it.
His voice is too soft.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking have a fucking my blood pressure's rising at the minute. Make it stop. Carry on. Say whatever you're gonna say about the pastor and move on.
I hope he doesn't become a crime character or anything like that.
Well, it seems
it's like when I like that.
Seems like he's gonna become an actual character. He had a bunch of like promo pictures taken. Like he's actually gonna have some storylines on the show, and it seems like the first one will be this stuff with Yolande. Which, you know what, fair enough.
I hope Yolande gets it.
You what?
If Yolande doesn't want him, I want him. I want him.
Yolanda's happily with Patrick.
But knowing EastEnders, yeah. Yeah, but look, will I rather a man who says, yeah, man,
magic tricks.
or
Mate, he can produce a £20 note from his hat faster than you can say fucking you're buying. Like you fucking, wait, oh, there's 20 quid in there, bloody hell. That's great. Fucking
mate,
Patrick
if I
the
tried to
magician.
do 20 quid in my hat, I'll end up dropping it.
Yeah, see, you just aren't as good as Patrick. And no one is.
Could you imagine? The modern version of that would be like, would it be a card reader? Pop it in your hat and then pop it out. Oh, 20 quid, you owe me 20 quid. Tap there, lad, tap there, go on.
It's like how one time I was in the town over and there was this guy who he was like a fucking Buddhist monk or some shit, but he had a little flat cap on. And then, you know what you do when people ask you for money, you're like, oh, sorry, I don't have any change. And he hit us with got contactless. What? What? And then I went, sorry, I don't have contacts on my phone. And then Jake had to do it. But then, I'm still chatting with him. The monk gives me a fist bump. And I go to hit this fist bump. But then fucking Jake, who'd already walked off, like creeps back on in, steals the fist bump and fucks off. Which I guess he did pay for the right. So, fucking Buddhist monk with a fucking yeah, fucking contactless. What fucking world are we in?
It's like it's like sometimes when I tip people, I just tip them 5 cents. Not tip them when I go to a homeless and like they're like, oh, do you have any change? Just give them 5 cents. They don't know. There you go. There's 5 cents. Have at it. Buy yourself something fucking nice there, love. 5 cents. You can buy yourself one tiny bit of a Mars bar for that 5 cents.
1/75th of a Freddo. Inflation. Alright.
Imagine just imagine walking in with 5p. What can I buy at 5p? And the guy just looks at you, he's like,
nothing.
Are you fucking serious in this economy?
Say that. I could easily see the pastor I could see the pastor absolutely belting something out. I won't lie. He does have that sort of voice. He can absolutely belt out a tune.
For what did you say, sorry?
No, basically, I agree with what you said about the pastor. He does have the sort of voice where you feel like he can absolutely belt out a fucking tune. But probably probably something a bit fucking smoother. Maybe not reggae. But I could imagine him like fucking busting out a piano and just like singing some blues. That'd be great. Fucking.
I don't know why, but my mind just went, he's gonna start singing some Michael Jackson songs. He's just gonna sing Smooth Criminal. And he's like has the full glove and everything, the glittery jacket and everything. Or like I'm trying to think of another great band that would be great for him. Don't know why, it's Red Hot Chili Peppers. Fuck it, he'd fit right in. He'd fit right in Red Hot Chili Peppers. He'd have to take his shirt off, but that's only if he's comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know what fucking shit you're on. Like I can imagine him belting out "Stand by Me," absolute classic. Someone on the fucking on the double bass. Doom, doom, doo, doo, doom, doom. He's not playing anything. He's got like the little fucking triangle. Doo, doo, doom, ding, doo, 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 doo. That's absolute classic. That.
Imagine in church, he's just like, all right, lads, all right, we're trying to make church more.
Me. Fucking.
He's like,
it's fucking great. I'd go to his fucking sermons.
Imagine just like he's in the church, like, lads, we need to make church more hip. Give me that. Get a fucking guitarist and a drummer on this fucking stage right now, lads. We're gonna pump out some tunes. Or he just turns into a DJ like Patty Bond.
Are you ready to rock? What? I said, are you ready to rock? And then he like plays something he plays like Joy the Faithful, but with like a guitar behind it. Like Silent Night. Silent Night. Are you ready to sing? Holy night. It's just fucking. He just starts like, holy cow. Just fucking starts belting out. Just his smooth voice. All is bright. Imagine the scene. What a performance!
In my mind, my mind just went. He's gonna play a DJ. He's gonna just have a DJ soundboard and be like, are you fucking ready? Jesus once said this in verse 12, 12:122.
To pray. Yeah, it's like when they like fake a fucking.
Get ready to pray.
It's when they fake a bass drop. Like, wow, good out, because everybody shout. Turn down for our Father in heaven. Hallowed be thy name.
Wow.
It's just fucking. Because everybody shout. Our Father in heaven. It's not even a drop. Never been to church personally. I can't lie to you. It's never been to church. I've been in a church multiple times.
I just want church to update their terms and services. Like, I want churches to be more hip and cool.
Yeah, those exact words there, mate.
You know about my old priest, don't you? My old priest who used to get drunk. He used to have a few scoops. At my nanny's funeral, he was fucking buckled. He was fucking buckled. So like they've been doing this. Oh yeah, we're here to honour my nanny, and he'd just be fucking stumbling over these words. He'd be fucking. I'm like, I'm going to fucking church just to see that guy. He's just fucking stumbling over these words. So great, because like the last time I was in my old town drinking, he just comes up to me and goes, like you're off it, pal. Like you're off it. Fucked off to the John. Just fucked right off to the Jacks and just went, like you're off it, pal. And he's a lovely priest. It's a shame he got moved.
Fair enough. All right, that's enough of the Yolande and Pastor stuff. The one thing you want to seek out, you just want to see Yolande fucking leather this fucker. Just fucking hell. Pastor didn't even give a fuck. Oh, that's so. Imagine if in the back. Imagine if one of them just hit like the fucking. Ow! Like not the time. Come on. It's. Ow! No! Stop it! Stop, please.
Like, the way you said the pastor hit the. Oh, I thought you were on about fucking Churchill, like the dog. He's like, "Ow, I say," just nodding back and forth.
What do you mean? The dog says, "Oh yes, you mad bastard." You've mixed up Dot and Churchill, you fucking melt. The dog says, "Oh yes," and then he nods. That's all he says. Fucking hell.
This podcast's on the rails, boys.
I've had enough.
I do recommend people seek out Churchill the dog. I
need this week off already. Can't come any sooner. All right. Sookie wants Eve to move in with her, and it starts off the week. Eve's quite upset that Sookie's not talking to her, especially having to move him back into the Panasar house. She's not really told her anything that's happened. Honestly, Sookie's just been a shit partner. Like, she's just not told her anything. Why'd you move back when you needed to? Why not? Space. Grand. Cheers, Sookie. And then, they kind of blank each other. Sookie kind of is like, look, I want you to move in, like, we should do it. Be fine. And then Eve's like, Can I answer you later? I'm busy. Then we get Penny being reasonable, and Penny says, "Look, you want to be with Suki, you have to be with her family anyway, so stop fucking being a diva about it. just wait till when you're alone. You're fine. That's all you want, right? Just stick through it. Why cause yourself more hassle? So Eve does decide to move in. And when they sit everybody at the Panosar household like around the table, like, all right, we want to move in together, and they all go, yeah, sure. I don't fucking care. Like, oh fuck, you asking us like it's some sort of announcement, you fucking mad bastard. And it's obviously it's kind of I mean, basically, Suki's dealt with the worst, like the worst person to know that she's gay. That being Nish. Now everything else is like a fucking cakewalk. Like, oh, you guys don't have a problem? Sick. Nice. Guess we're moving in together, boys. Which is cool. It's cool. Plus, they have money as well. Great.
There's a funny scene on Thursday's episode where Ian is talking about where he wants to get an electric car, and obviously Priya sees Eve and she goes, "How's it going, les?" And obviously Eve goes, "Are you calling her a lesbian? Are you being homophobic?" And she's like, No. It means electronic. It's an electronic car. And it's like, oh, all right, sorry, mate, sorry.
Yeah, it's nice that Eve and Suki are moving forward. It only took them about 2 years.
I do love how Priya and Avanya are like, yeah, the gays, we love them. And it's like the LGBTQ plus, I love them. Way! I love it. She's like, fucking lads. I just want a scene where Priya throws a fucking house party, and you just see Eve coming down doing a shoey. Like, she just starts doing a shoey. Fucking, who said party, lads? I'm a fucking partier. Fucking way.
But yeah, it's all cool stuff. Like I said, nice to see Suki and Eve actually move forward rather than backwards. It's cool stuff. It's nice that it's happened. Once again, it feels like it's taken a major backseat to everything else, which, you know, a lot of the fans won't like, but look, we're moving forward instead of backwards. No one's dead yet, so we can celebrate now.
Hopefully.
All right, next up, we have Denise's return. As Amy and Rick are upset that she's not seen anyone, as it was Mother's Day as well, Denise is now open to visitors. Johnny kind of quickly tells Stacey, look, get to Denise before Jack does, and Stacey manipulates Jack into not seeing her. Then she goes to see her first, and she just makes sure that Denise knows that, Denise knows that Jack knows that you hit Nish, so be ready. But as Jack's feeling sorry for himself, Chelsea's like, "Oi, fucking get over there, you stupid bastard. This is what caused problems. You not actually trying to take control of your marriage, you fucking melt." And then he goes over there. Denise isn't seeing Keanu anymore, and he also like sees Stacey there, just kind of like, "What the fuck were you there? Like, you told me not to come." Jack says he wants to support her and talk about Nish, but when he asks too many questions, Denise is like, "You need to leave, please." Please. Which I don't know, Jack doesn't really get the memo, I won't lie. You know, most people kind of say like, oh, that's a sensitive topic, I probably shouldn't talk about it. Jack does not have that sensibility. Oh, you know, the thing that probably sent you into fucking hospital. Let's talk about it now. I don't want to, Jack. Fuck you. We need to talk about it. I'm a policeman. Yeah, but you're my husband. You fuck off. Jesus Christ, Jack. Please. But yeah, Jack asked too many questions and Denise asked him to leave. And Jack then starts to suss out that there's more to Denise than what they know, that being her hitting Nish. Jack then believes that Stacey and Denise are hiding something. Stacey kind of manipulates him into thinking that he's just guilty over the affair, but he recognizes what she says, but vows that he needs to find out the truth. Denise does return to the square though, and needs them to, and needs the Six to give her space. Where's all my fucking George Knight stuff? Okay, sound. Fuck me, nearly got rid of all the third topic. My notes were gone. I was about to fucking panic. And yeah, Denise is back in the square and tells the six, look, I need the space. I can't handle it otherwise. Jack won't fucking know. Just leave me the fuck alone. Cool. Decent. Fair enough. Makes sense. And Denise returns home and has like a grand homecoming, but later on Jack starts asking too many questions about Christmas, and he's like, oh look, but if you confess now, you'll get like a sentence. But then she just goes, look, Jack, I've been back 3 minutes. You're fucking asking me all these questions about Christmas, and you're thinking about your job over me. And then gives him an ultimatum. Choose me or your job. It's a choice. You have to make it. Which one will Jack choose?
His job.
Probably. I suppose, to be fair, this emotional scene with Jack and Denise probably has been the most that they've ever seemed like they love each other. Like, it's probably the most loved up I've ever seen them as a couple. Like, they actually had chemistry here.
Honestly, and I know this might come across as a bold tag, but honestly, I want when Nish comes back, I want for Nish to take on the six.
What, Jack and Nish?
That's what I want. Jack and Nish. The name can be Jacket. Like, I just want to see Jack and Nish just taking on the six women. That's all I want to see. Because Jack's figuring it out. He's figuring something out.
I will say, the big issue with the Jack stuff is Stacey and Denise have just manipulated him the entire time. And he kind of knows that something's wrong, but he just kind of chooses to ignore it. And it's like, at some point, the walls have got to crack, right? At some point, he's got to be fed up of, like, fucking dealing with this shit. Like, I don't know. We will have to see. I do think, obviously he'll choose Denise and then probably regret it later down the line when he can't stop being with Stacey. But, like, you know, it is a genuine choice.
Well, obviously, doesn't he spoiler now? Spoiler folk.
Oh, yeah, he's back with Stacey.
Doesn't he obviously? Yeah, next week he's back with Stacey.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, if Jack and Denise were always like this, maybe I'd be more open to them actually being together. But I can't imagine it lasting because Jack's not going to tell Denise something, and Denise is going to get angry at Jack because Jack's going to choose his fucking job, and it's just going to cause more aggro. So, yeah, it is nice. Sorry, I just went fucking Natalie Cassidy mode for a second. No, it is nice to see Denise doing better, just as a whole. And I haven't asked my brother yet, because he still doesn't really care for Denise. But I wonder if he's enjoyed her a little bit more now that she's not mental.
Well, I'm sad because Keanu's not making an appearance. I just want a sexy Keanu back.
I don't. I suppose also that Duff choose me the job was the Duff of the week. But let's get into the final topic. That is George struggling. Just George is kind of downward spiraling as such. So this week is the trial for Eddie Knight, and they want George to give a witness statement to say, he's not racist. His son's black, you know? And then the court will be like, yeah, there's no way he'd do this. But it starts off on a bad note as George doesn't find out anything about his birth mum, the like DNA, like kind of like tracing or whatever the fuck it's called, you know, like the ancestry stuff doesn't come back, doesn't learn anything. So George tells the girls, like, look, here's what Eddie did, you know, he killed my dad. And they're all kind of worried about how George will deal with it. As like, Anna's a bit stunned, but Gina's like, look, it's all right, we'll be fine. And she's just worried about how George will cope. That's the one comment my one brother's made as well, just kind of like, man, I couldn't fucking deal with Gina. Because the second there's a problem, Gina wants to tackle it head on. And, some people just don't want to deal with stuff like that, Like, that's not how I deal with problems. Like, that's just fucking... Like, it's like... Oh, are you okay, Dad? And you can see him just fucking struggling, just like, fucking leave me alone. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, it's... Yeah. So, George decides to cut Gloria and Eddie off until Eddie says, I know something about your mum, and if you want to know about her, you have to defend me in court, and that leaves George writing a witness statement. They then, let's be real, because the whole, it's quite impressive how now they're not trying to act not racist, they're all just fucking racist, aren't they? Like, the lawyer, the second someone who's not white goes through there, just, oh, bloody smells in here, done it. And then they see this woman who they see this woman who they assume could be one of the Asare family, or like George's birth parents family type deal. And George kind of sees this as well, and he goes, this is my mum. But after a conversation with both Johnny and Linda reminds George to trust his gut. So George shows up at the court at the last second, but demands to see the documents first. Obviously, he never gets to see them. And George stands up in court and admits that Eddie Knight is a racist and refuses to lie, exposing him for who he really is. A racist scumbag who never gave a shit about him. And George gets back to the pub and tells the girls, but he can't handle knowing that this woman could have been his mum, It's not that much of a reach to imagine, like, she probably would have gone to the trial. There's no reason to suggest otherwise, right? And yeah, he then asks Johnny for help to track this woman down, whilst Elaine and Cindy agree on wanting George to calm down the search for his mum, as they try to support him, but ultimately that's not what he wants. He's just a bit too overwhelmed. But Johnny gets a number. George leaves her a message, and he invites her to meet him at the pub. And George confides in this woman from the court who meets with him, and she reveals that she isn't his actual mum, which is kind of crushing, because you think that George is just going to steamroll in like, oh, you're my mum, and she's like, no, sorry, mate, not your mum. And then she kind of gets to fully show, like, she shows him a picture of his mum and tells him a bunch of stories. But the woman sadly reveals that George's mum passed away 4 months ago, shortly after they found Henry's body. Which kind of makes it even more tragic as well, because, like, George's mum never knew that Henry died. She just thought that he'd run off when flying over to collect George, because apparently, like, it seemingly Eddie, like, wrote to her, like, oh, you dropped off the kid and then he fucked off. So she had no reason to suspect otherwise. So now she spent like the bulk of her life just imagining that, like, her husband just fucked off without her. And then when hearing the news that he died, she seemingly died due to the grief, where it's just, she was ill anyways, and it all kind of got a bit too much of for her. And the family friend offers to connect George with his brothers, which he now has, but he declines. And finally, we get one of those scenes where, obviously, it's aimed to be a bit misleading, because George is like, would my mum have liked me? And then she sharply replies, she wouldn't have liked you. She would have loved you. I was like, oh, you're teasing me. You naughty,
Oh,
naughty.
you naughty, naughty boy.
You're teasing me. And yeah, like, and you know, he shows his face the second the woman leaves. Elaine, Gina, and Anna are all like watching on, and Gina wants to be like, "Dad, are you okay?" And then George kind of walks out like, "Yeah, it's fine. She wasn't my mum. My mum's been dead for 4 months. I was 4 months too late." And then the episode after, we see that George has like he storms out the pub. We see that he hasn't come back all night, and then we see his hands are like bloodied, and he's got like bruises on his like on his stomach. And Phil covers for him, and George covers for himself, like with the girls, but then simply goes to see Gloria, who tells him about his mum. He's kind of like, yeah, but did you actually know? Like, you know. And then she says, oh, I never knew, you know. But George kind of ends it by just saying, Gloria, I wish you were dead. I wish you were dead. Which is like, I don't know, probably not the way she expected that conversation to end. So how do you find
it, George? Why is he bruised?
We don't know. Yeah, like my brother asked me like, you know, who do you think George was fighting with? And I went, I don't know, he's clearly fighting someone. And then he like looked at me as if I was an idiot. Like, well, yeah, we already fucking know that. And I went, who do you think fought him? And he went, don't know. And I'm like, yeah, fucking laugh at me now. You gave the same response, you little cheeky bastard. But yeah, no idea who he's fighting. I assume he was just fighting anyone he could. Like, anybody even looked at him slightly wrong, he went, fuck this, I'm angry. But yeah, it's just kind of, it's George struggling again. But yeah, how do you find this week?
The George stuff I love.
Just really tragic, isn't it?
I love Eddie the racist. That's what I'm going to call him, Eddie the racist, because he's not a secret racist, you know. Oh, he's not a secret in the closet racist.
Most people will kind of like try to act as if they're not, but he just doesn't give a fuck.
Like he's the racist who fought for Brexit and does not like foreigners coming into the country. He is that type of Brexit geezer. He was one of Margaret Thatcher's proud supporters. He was a Thatcher fan. He was glad when Diana died. I can't think of any other significant British moments. But yeah, I know it's not nice to say, but I fucking loved it because he's just like, that boy.
It's just because he's so out there that it's kind of. I'm not saying I suppose don't take this word in weird, but it's refreshing in a way where no one. There's a lot of levels people won't cross, whereas Eddie doesn't give a fuck and crosses them all. So it's kind of novel in a way. It's kind of a bit of novelty that he's just outwardly just a fucking prick. Like that, there's no illusion.
How I describe it is, it's like when you go on a reality TV show and they're like, so you just wear underwear. They're like, but we want to see your knob. Eddie's that guy who just walks in with a fucking cloak on and just fucking, you want to see me knob? Way! And it's like, Jesus Christ, Eddie, put that away. And that's how he's flashing basically, which I love because I know it might upset people, but honestly, it's refreshing in a way just to see. And like, I love the old guy. I don't know if the old guy wasn't his lawyer, but it's his friend who looked like Michael D. Higgins. The fat grey-haired fella. I fucking loved him. I loved him because he was just he was short and fat, and I loved him. I can't describe it. Like he was racist, but he was short, fat, and it was funny because I'm like, because he's tiny. I was like, I can't take a tiny person seriously if they're racist. You have more problems to worry about, buddy, like reaching the top shelf. But I feel bad for George finding out that your real mother has been dead for 4 months. That's probably how I'm going to find out my mother's dead. I'm going to probably wait till I'm 50 and it's like, well, I was hit by a train 10 years ago. Fuck it, it'll be fine, wouldn't it?
Where's the grave?
Can I go?
Where's the grave? So.
Look, do you know like this thing Margaret Thatcher had the first unisex grave? Well, my mother's going to have the first fucking unisex grave in Ireland. I don't care. Fucking.
But yeah, I suppose it's just to fully round off the point, because, you know, some people might get a bit confused. Piggy's not saying he likes or supports the racism. It's just because he's so out there and uncaring, it's kind of like a novelty thing. Where, you know, a lot of people who do hold these beliefs will be like, oh, you're racist. Well, no. No, but... And then it's like this, like, really, like, hidden secret. You know, people say shit that... It's like if someone has an issue with, like, trans, for example, it's like, well, I don't have an issue with a trans issue. But then they just make a really disparaging comment anyways, you know. Most people don't ever just fully acknowledge just who they are. I suppose that's where the entertaining part is. Because it's just so outwardly racist, it's kind of absurd.
Except for the little short, fat white guy. I liked him. I don't mind him being racist. I find that funny. Because I don't know why, like he looks like a Goomba from the live action Mario movie. That's what he looked like to me. I want to see more of that guy. I want for a pint with that guy in the pub.
I really don't.
Not Eddie. Fuck Eddie. But that is a guy.
I do not. I don't want any of them.
Talk about Brexit with him. See what he thinks. See his political beliefs.
I don't like any of them, really. I don't even like Gloria anymore. I feel like she's been too complicit in everything, and it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't care how... I don't care if you were just trying to be a good wife or, like, a good mum. You still result in someone fucking dying. Like, you said, do what you have to do. And it's not like Eddie's gonna fucking... bloody hell. Like, what you think he was gonna do? He's not a reasonable man. It's like that. Give me any excuse. Give me an excuse. Well, he did spit in my coffee. All right, here we fucking go, motherfuckers. I'm gonna show him what's what. Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't know why, but I just imagining Eddie trying to confront someone because you know, like the 1920s cartoons where they go like that. I fucking oughta. I fucking oughta. I'm just imagining him just in a pub. I fucking oughta battle you now, mate. Come here, you little scrawny way. With
a lot more slurs.
Bad, George. Lot more, yeah. You fucking, you fucking lovely man. You are a lovely person, and nothing bad will be said about you. I do not mean these comments. But George, I feel bad for him, but you know what can you do? You know, if this information's been from you, can't do anything about it. But some people just got to learn, and George learned the hard way, sadly. But I can't wait for 2 years' time with the wreck on this, and his mother's just going to show up, and they're like, "Do you remember this, guys?" No.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually the mum shows up and they have a relationship, and she appears and she dies eventually. Like, I could see it happen. They just go, you know what? I've learned better. I don't support Eddie anymore. I've realized like who he is, and I truly understand who he is, and I don't agree with that.
No, I wasn't about Gloria. I was on about the other mother.
What?
I was on about George's real mother.
Yeah, but she's dead.
Like they could retcon it and just like, yeah, it's EastEnders. It's fucking EastEnders.
They've only brought back 3 people from the fucking dead.
And Dan.
Yeah, he's one of them. Like, they brought 3 people back from the dead, not fucking... You make it sound like they're just casually bringing back people each fucking week. Yeah, they bring fucking everyone back from the dead. Why is Ronnie and Roxy not back then? Oh, because they haven't fucking done it, have they? No, they fucking haven't. You watch the show, you mad bastard. Why are you trying to sound like one of the
No, I
fucking
don't watch
dickheads
the
who
show.
don't understand it? Like,
I don't watch the show. I just
yeah, they just bring back everyone from the dead. Yeah, alright. Sure. Fucking take it back.
no.
But yeah, no, the George stuff is really tragic. I don't want the fucking main thing is to be Piggy talking about how he actually likes Eddie Knight because he's a racist. It's like, no, just the main part of this week is obviously the more tragedy of George, and it just it just manages to keep getting worse for him, which is really fucking sad. And he just I don't know, he doesn't feel like he has the support system from his family, I guess. Like, it's not in his nature to confide in them fully. It's how he's dealt with everything so far. He kind of like, I don't know, he just starts to unravel, and I feel like it'll only kind of get worse and worse as he starts to kind of get confused and like at some point not know who he is anymore. But yeah, it's like I said, it's really tragic stuff. Oh, it's been really good though. Like I was joking in the Discord about how, you know, I'm getting some fucking cabin fever because we've not had a really explosive week yet for a hot minute. Like, feels like we haven't had a really big explosive fucking thing since the Cat and Nish stuff. But no, it was another like really interesting, like down to earth week of EastEnders. It was pretty strong. I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying the bit of a break from the explosive from the explosives. It's been pretty fun. But yeah, how'd you find the week, mate?
Loved it. Loved it. A lot of good stuff to get munching on. A lot of good stuff to take away from it. Just like there's Eddie the racist, Gloria the manipulator, fat little white guy who can't reach the top shelf, and the lawyer. There's George who's struggling. There's also Denise, but I'm sad that Denise no longer seeing Keanu because again, I just think there's funny scenes you could have with Denise and Keanu, but that's just me. The pastor, I love the pastor. He's honestly a great character, a great addition. I just can't wait for his fucking his music career to take off. Where he's doing music in the church instead of doing ceremonies. That will be lovely. That will honestly, Chris Clenshaw, write that into the storyline. You bollocks, write that fucking in. And credit us. Well, credit Ash, and just put me as unknown. It was a fun week. Yolande also slapping that one. Fuck me, like
Yeah, absolutely
Jesus.
fucking
Took her
battered
fucking block off.
them.
Took her fucking block off, like. But yeah, it was just a fun week. That's all I can say. It was a fun week. Not explosive. Nothing bad happened. Well, something bad did happen, but it was all right in the end. There
Yeah.
you go.
Solid. There we are. Now let's do the awards. We have 3 awards on this one. We've renamed the most tenured one. It's no longer the Steve Blackman Award. It is the Keanu Taylor Award of Excellence, given to the characters who are the most wooden and the most unbelievably fucking stunted. It is fucking Yolande's fucking right hook, man. Like, fucking slapped like a board. Like, holy shit. That's got a sting.
I'm going for the pastor's voice. It's not wooden, but it's lovely and smooth. And some wood is lovely and smooth, like plywood.
Plywood?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
You couldn't pick a fucking worse wood. Like, plywood's the really thin, like, fucking... Fucking hell. It's about as smooth as a spiky ball. Alright. Alright. Underrated. Who's underrated?
It's controversial, but I ain't going for that little fat white guy. I ain't going for that little small fat man. I just love him.
Looks like a penguin. Do you want to give him a hug and have a fight with him?
Like don't want to hug him because he's racist.
You say about everyone.
Don't want to hug him because he might give me the racism. But I'll have a pint with him. But like I'll be having a pint, but I'll be like this, Ash. You know, just yeah. How's it going, mate? How's it going? It's going well, isn't it? Yeah. Oh no. Do I want to hug? No, social distance, please.
No, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm alright, Bob.
Like I'm just gonna be honest. He celebrates St. Patrick's Day in style. Like he doesn't go out and have a one night drink. He goes out there and ends up shirtless on top of a roof at 4 o'clock in the morning.
He's having a proper pub crawl.
He somehow ends up with a traffic cone on his head, and with a door just in his bedroom, like just a random door he picked up just in his bedroom, and we don't know why.
And underrated for me. I'm gonna say Jack and Denise's relationship. We saw a different side to it in this episode. We saw that they both actively give a shit about their relationship more. Whether they keep the intensity up or not, probably not. But it showed me a different side to it, and I thought it was completely loveless. There is some love there, There is some genuine, depth in their relationship. So I'll give it to that. And finally, who needs slapping down? Eddie.
Of course, that's be Eddie Knight, doesn't it?
Yes. I'll show you information about your mum, boy. Just kidding, lol. Just kidding.
I just wanted to be along you there. I just want him to hit the Christian cake. Your mother's dead, lol. Get over it. Cope, bucko. Cope. Fucking, she's dead. She never loved you. You're a worthless piece of shit. And then George just, boom, boxes him. I'm still waiting for someone to just whack him.
I really thought you were building to Eddie Knight getting fucking smacked.
Is it going to be like a roller coaster where it's going to keep going up and up and up?
I'm quite upset that we've never seen it. But, I just really want someone to give him a fucking wallop. And then for him to, crawl back into being the small man he is. Fucking E.T. looking.
He just have small man syndrome.
E.T. looking fucker. Fucking E.T. been left in the cupboard for 30 years.
He has small man syndrome.
He started learning how to speak from EastEnders.
Who needs slapping down for you, boy?
No, I agree, Eddie.
Eddie!
I would perhaps... I could even possibly say George, simply because I like George and I really do like him, but the way he's dealing with things is not healthy, and he's shutting everybody out.
That's blasphemy.
And I don't want to see him... Yeah, but I don't want to see him hurting more, though. I don't want to see him hurting more. But he is, and he's going to keep hurting, because he's not going to fucking confide in his family, for fuck's sake. Just talk. I know it's hard, just talk to your family, George, please. They want to support you. George needs an intervention. But yeah, I mean, perfectly reasonable to be struggling at this point in time, of course. It's perfectly reasonable. Alright, there we are. That is the Watching Walford podcast, episode 63. You've heard our thoughts on the stories that are Yolande and the pastor have rumours surrounding him. Suki wants Eve to move in with her. Denise's return to the square. And finally, George's downward spiral surrounding Eddie Knight's trial. Did you have anything to tell us about any of these topics? If you do, tell us in the comment section or the Discord. There's a link in the description. Make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe for more things Watching Walford. If you want to financially support the channel, there are some links in the description that you can follow. And otherwise, just thank you for another week of the show. Next time we'll probably, I mean, there's a chance we just do Who Done It anyways, but there's a chance that Who Done It takes a little week hiatus, as we're gonna have a cheeky little break and get back to, feeling a bit more refreshed, feeling a bit more energetic, have the conversation flow a little easier. But yeah, do you want to send off this St. Patrick's Day edition of the Watching Walford podcast?
Well, we have a wrestling channel called Rumours March 182, and at the moment, on this channel, uploading at 12 p.m. today, BST, British Springtime, or Greenwich Mean Time, and the Christian Cage arc is uploading, and we are going to be delving into Extreme Rules 2011. So if you want to hear John Cena fucking bring up a very popular figure, then tune into that. We also have 3 ways you can support us: a Patreon, a Ko-fi or coffee, as I'm English supposed to say, and YouTube memberships. YouTube membership and Patreon both give you access to multiple things. We also have a Discord where you can come in and I chat every Wednesday and I go, "What did you think of EastEnders?" And that's mainly it.
I thought you were going to give some rousing St. Patrick's Day speech. I already shilled all the stuff, except for the one.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I can fucking tell, mate. I went through it all first. Don't worry, all right. I'll share all the links. Now it's time for Piggy, dressed in St. Patrick's Day gear, to send us off with a lovely St. Patrick's Day speech. It's heritage. It's history. And that he just shields all the fucking links again. Sound.
Okay. The shield. To be an Irishman, it's simple. You have to be racist, beat your wife, and just be normal. So St. Patrick's Day is all about getting drunk and getting pissed with your best friend. Whether that's alcohol or alcohol free, who knows? But what is St. Patrick's Day without a fight? So I recommend you go out there, find the toughest man you can find. If they drink Stella, bonus points. Go out and find the toughest man possible and take a fight with them.
To be fair, the funny thing from this podcast, just saying, you bought yourself a Guinness, right? I assume it's alcohol free, right?
Yeah.
But even in its alcohol free, you take a sip of Guinness, then just chug your whatever other drink you'll fucking use, and just. That's better.
Hold on. Look, what I'll do is I'll fucking drink this in one go. I'll drink the rest of this in one go. How about that?
All going down your top. Oh, gee.
You ready?
Yep, go on, mate. Go on. It's St. Patrick's Day. Do it. Do it, pussy. Do it. Do it. I like to drink with Piggy. Piggy is our mate. He's down a fucking Guinness on St. Paddy's Day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. Enjoy yourselves a cheeky beverage. Enjoy yourself some time to yourself. I'm pretty sure there's also, I think, is it not a bank holiday as well? No, that's just in Northern Ireland. Fuck you. Don't even get a bank holiday in the UK. Just an excuse to drink on the weekend. So yeah, drink carefully, enjoy yourselves, but most importantly, enjoy this lovely little holiday that I'm going to do nothing special for. Thank you for watching. Make sure to join us next week on the Watching Walford podcast. I've been Ash, been joined by Piggy. And finally, thank you for watching. Make sure to join us in the next one. Bye-bye.